So the other day I made a video and it was about me leaving social media because I just felt like it kind of killed off my creativity by, I don't know, always having so many impressions and seeing so many things, and like my brain not really having time to breathe and just constantly being bombarded with so many things, so many content all the time, and I just felt like it's become really toxic for me. And I've noticed I use my phone more even without social media on it. Like, I don't know, I'm randomly in my camera roll just scrolling around on my notes app or on WhatsApp texting people. So I really wanted to make some changes with using my phone less even without social media. And the first thing I did was putting my phone in black and white mode, which I did I think 2 weeks ago, and my phone's boring now, like really boring. Like, I don't get as much dopamine as I did before when reaching for my phone, and I've noticed that I reach for my phone a lot less ever since I put it in black and white mode. And then the other day I noticed that I wanted to put my phone back into the normal, like, colorful mode. But then I noticed that's exactly when I see that it's working, like what I'm doing, because my phone is supposed to be boring and I don't want to reach for it like all the time. So the only thing that I've noticed where it's a little annoying is when someone, I don't know, sends me a photo and then I can only see it in black and white and not in color. But actually, I mean, I think that's a good price to pay for just reaching for my phone a lot less than I did before. So yeah, I think putting my phone in black and white mode helped me a lot. I think it's one of the biggest things that helped me with just reaching for my phone less. And then I watched a YouTube video, I think like a week ago. And in the video, I'm gonna link it in the description box because it was really good. And the guy talked about, I forgot his name. He talked about how whenever he's bored and he wants to reach for his phone to avoid doom scrolling, he got a little notebook that he carries around all the time. And he just writes in there instead of going on his phone. Which, I mean, I've only been doing it for a week. But it works pretty well for me actually, because especially when I'm like on public transport going somewhere, usually I would grab my phone when I'm bored. And now I grab the notebook and I have a few ideas or like things I could write in there, and I just keep my phone in my bag. So I'm not even tempted to go on my phone and do something. And then that together with my phone being in black and white mode and not being as exciting as it was before, I think it works really well, and I really enjoy being on the train and writing in a journal instead. So I'm not gonna carry around my big main journal because it's just too heavy, but I bought a really small trash journal where I can just, I don't know, write grocery lists, and I came up with a few other things that I like to write about. Like, for example, I just write lists like grocery lists, to-do lists, just, I don't know, lists. I like to doodle around and just capture moments, like things that just happened to me, or write about something that happened to me yesterday, or just random things, or I write down songs that I'm currently listening to, or write some thoughts about movies that I've seen, or just randomly journal out some thoughts, plan out my next day. Those are just a few ideas of things that I like to write about. And then another thing that's working really well for me, and it works especially well because it's winter at the moment, and that's wearing gloves. And so before I leave the house, I pick an album off my phone, just a random album that I've downloaded that I want to listen to, and then I'm gonna put on the album, put my phone in my bag so I can't even reach for it, and then I'm gonna put on gloves because it's cold, my hands are cold. So, oh, my mom's calling me. I'm recording the audio with my phone, so I don't know if it's still recording. I can't, like, I don't know what it is, but I can't decline. Is it still recording? Yeah, it is. I don't know, for some reason I can't decline phone calls. Like, when someone's calling me, it's just, I can just accept it. I can't decline it. So if I'm not gonna accept it, I just have to wait until the call's gone. I'm gonna call her back, like, once I finished filming this. pick an album, I put my phone in my bag, I put on gloves so I can't even use my phone because I'm wearing gloves, and also my hands are really cold because it's freezing outside. So then I can still listen to music, but I'm gonna listen to a whole album, and I'm not gonna touch my phone when I'm outside because, like I said, I'm wearing gloves. I don't know, it's a winter thing, but it's been working really well for me. And then there's the classic thing that everyone tells you to do. I've been doing it in the mornings, like I'm not gonna touch my phone for the first hour after waking up. I've been doing that for a few months, and it just really integrated into my routine. And I couldn't even imagine doing it another way, and I think it would actually stress me out if I would go on my phone like right after waking up. I don't think I could go back to doing that, so that's good. But what I've started doing like a week ago, I was also doing that before going to bed, like an hour before bed. I'm not gonna be on my phone or on my computer, so I'm gonna put my phone away, and either I'm gonna read something, or so far I've only been reading, or listen to like a really relaxing album or meditate. There could be things that I could also do. And just overall, I want to find more things that I enjoy doing off my phone. So I'm coming up with new ways at the moment to fill my time and actually enjoy doing them. Like, for example, painting. Like, I'm not good at painting, but I really enjoy it, and it just brings me joy. And also, like, who decides if it's good or bad, right? If I just enjoy it in the process, and I really like to put on relaxing music and maybe light a candle in the evening and just paint for a little bit. Or I'm reading more, I'm watching more movies. So it's been really good. And then a final thing that I'm trying to incorporate into my daily life. It's not been going so well, but I really want to be on the train and not listen to music or distract myself somehow, because I don't know, I think it would be easier to be present if I'm not listening to music. So I've been doing that. I think I did it twice, but I really want to do that more, like be on the train and just be present without listening to any music. And just, I don't know, listen to other people's conversation. It's always really fun. Or, I don't know, do some people watching. Actually, I really love doing that, and I think it's better to do that without headphones. And yeah, that's just something that I really want to try on or try out. So these are a few things that I do to use my phone less. And if you have any other things that you do to avoid being on your phone all the time, I would appreciate if you would write them in the comments, and maybe a few months from now I can, because I'm constantly trying to find new ways to avoid my phone altogether, so maybe I'll come up with new things, and then I can do an updated version of this, maybe, I don't know, a few months from now if I find new things. So yeah, thank you for watching.